Receiving Love, featuring Kim Russo, from kimthehappymedium.com. Also featuring important commentary by Justin Deschamps, of stillnessinthestorm.com. Psychic Kim Russo on the election, get ready for a plot twist between the election and the new year. First, comments by Justin.
A dear friend and colleague sent me the following psychic reading about the elections that I thought was quite compelling, especially since it was released on the 5th of November. Of course, I can't confirm it objectively, but I will say that I intuitively feel like something big shifted behind the scenes on election night, and we're now starting to see things from that shift rise to the surface. I did observe that Clinton and the media seemed to be surprised by Trump's win, and that the whole event appears to have catalyzed the sleeping masses to a boiling point. On the surface, this seems to be unproductive and looks like it might lead to more violence and unfruitful confrontation. But using the analogy of addiction, a dark night of the soul moment is usually needed to rouse an addict out of a well-entrenched set of habits. I think this is a good analogy for how the individual interacts with society, becoming an addict of social conformity, and the peddlings of hidden controllers because they just don't know anything else. As human beings, the less self-actualized we are, self-mastered and sovereign, the more apt we are to get swept up into groupthink and socially acceptable dogma, becoming zealots of the state and defending our status with all the fear of a trapped animal. But eventually the comforts of addiction lose their luster and we're compelled at a biological and psychological level to seek change and detoxification, usually exemplified by some event that allows unconscious dramas to play out consciously. I suspect that the post-election mayhem and the past year's civil unrest, fueled by social engineers like George Soros, is allowing much of what has been widely ignored and hidden to rise to the surface. And in the process, each individual is being given an opportunity to self-actualize, even if only at a precursory level. Whether or not they take that opportunity and do something productive with it remains to be seen. But this being said, I think there is still a great deal of work in consciousness that we all need to do, whether you are long on the path or have only made a few timid steps. By this I mean, as encouraging as what is presented below sounds, we must remain focused and persistent to continue to do our inner work and strive for personal perfection with all of the opportunities presented to us in life. The boons and bounties of consciousness are not won through inactivity. Instead, all the great rewards of living an inspired life come through hard work and dedication, much like artists or musicians strive and struggle with themselves to become better at their craft. Our craft, in this sense, is the fruit of a self-mastered, enlightened beingness, which we can only realize through our willpower and dedication.
Psychic Medium Kim Russo, The Happy Medium, November 5, 2016. As a medium I am often asked who will win this upcoming election. Okay, so I have dropped some hints here and there on Twitter, as I do not wish to start a political debate and I do not wish for anyone to post anything negative here about either candidate. Please be mature adults. I respect your opinions. All of you. This post is not about anyone's opinion. It's about what I've seen and been told by the other side regarding this election. Now everyone has their favorite candidate and everyone has a reason to back it up. I am here to tell you that what you think you know, you don't. Whether you are a Republican or Democrat, what I see is not about either party. The structure of government as we think we know it will no longer exist. The election may have one winner over the other, but then the outcome will quickly change. This election is not cut and dry as you know elections to be. One winner, right? Wrong. Wrong, wrong. There is going to be a plot twist like you've never seen before. It will change everything in our system. I say system because that is what it is. It's a system that we were programmed to buy into. A system that does our thinking for us. A system that allows us to believe that if one has more paper money over another then they are affluent and the other is a failure. A sure way of segregating humans into categories. Okay, back to my vision. You will say, OMG, how didn't I see this before? You will scratch your head in amazement. You will think it's the biggest show on earth. Bigger than any drama that you can ever watch in the media. If you think it's what's been shown on the news already, well, it's more involved and has not yet been revealed. I say between the election and the new year we will know. I rarely give world predictions. In fact, I never do. I usually keep them to myself. Spirit told me to let you know to let go of what you think you know. Do not assume it will be an outcome that the media has you so brainwashed to believe or that your personal opinion is based on what you think you know. This will be the unveiling of hidden illusions that may make your head spin. Don't ask me what it is. I only have some glimpses. If you know me and how I receive my information, you know my guides typically show me the final outcome, which is what I just wrote. This is not one party over another. It is about how we are going to grow into our highest spiritual being. The bigger picture is why this will happen. No fears. It must go down this way. I feel it will be for the highest good. It will open our eyes to many truths. I feel it will teach us once and for all to trust in a higher power in the universe. And that power is not left or right. That power is up. Get ready for the plot twist, people. Not just for the United States, but for the betterment of humanity and to raise the consciousness of our world to a higher vibration.